My name is Matt, aka Road Jedi 88. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comments, questions suggested down below. This will be Ultimate Doom. We are getting into Shores of Hell Command Center. This first room, open the door and you have another room with a bunch of pinkies up in what I'm going to assume is the Command Center control section. I don't know, probably not. But this is probably like the checkpoint, at the turnout gate or whatever you want to call it. This is what blank on the term what we call it in our unit. Just the way the structure of this room looks. But take out the zombies, the imps, the pinkies. Then we have two secrets in this first room before we leave it. But I like to try to take out these pinkies up ahead. One less thing to worry about. So we're going to just step over to the wall to both the left and the right side. Either side of the sections, the walls will automatically open. There's a lineup of imps. 3 each. Take them out. I know the sound quality is a little rough and the scene meshing is a little choppy. It's just the way my recording my editing has been resorted to for now. But I finally got a new capture card as well as a new, working on trying to familiarize myself with a new editing software. Kind of taking the week on that for now. But I wanted to go ahead and still run the Doom through. So hopefully by this weekend I should start having clear edited gaming come out. It's just a matter of educating myself with what I'm working with. I let myself get a little behind on some of this technology stuff. And that's even with me having grown up with my dad working for computer companies. Always teaching me stuff. But that was like the 90s, 2000s. Now that's like dinosaur age now in the computer world. So I've had some catching up to do after being kind of overwhelmed with service work and personal sober recovery for my PTSD. Now I'm just trying to work on the therapy side of things and find something new to resort to. This is one thing I have had a skill set in as a kid. Kind of trying to bring it back. So as you saw, I focused on bringing up the 2 cocodemons from either side and kind of weeded them out at each side section, and then took out the guys in the middle, the 2 barons of hell. Now we have little elevator lifts on either side of this area. This first side that I'm going to is going to bring us up to a room full of imps. I'll take these guys out, we'll go down to the other side. There is a berserk pack just right down in the middle here with a cocodemon and a pinky guarding it. So when you open this, and really I don't know why I went with chain gun. Normally I would have gone with a chainsaw. But once we're done with these 2, we got the berserk pack, then we're going to go and deal with that other elevator lift on the other side of out here. When we come up here, we're just kind of coming up to a stairway hall situation with 1 imp. And we'll go down here. As soon as you see, I played this off my Switch, and it was like in 20 or 30-second increments, or within 30-second increments. And then, of course, the way I had to upstream it and then edit it together, that's kind of why there's some jumpiness. Now that I got a capture card to work with, hopefully this weekend I can start making use of it. But, so I came out here, took out the imps. In this room, there are pinkies. They are actually literally, by default, confined in this room, even with the door open. So you kind of have to step in and deal with them. Take out the switch, or hit the switch. This opens up a stairway. When you go through, you are surrounded by lost souls. Be really careful. You can step out, but you can kind of go back, go up to that. So long as there's not any just flying out, you can kind of stay here and contain them right at the teleport. Here, just shoot them up. Now, we're going to want to come back here later. This level has 2 exits. Just like the last episode. In the third mission of the first episode. Well, this one, I told y'all then, every episode has a secret mission. And the exit to our secret mission for this episode is right up those stairs into the fireplace. But we still got to finish the rest of this level if we want 100% walkthrough. So, we're going to come through here, take out the lost souls. And you know how I have been in the last few mission videos, I've been trying to find that right timing to run that plasma rifle achievement. Well, I found my moment. And I'll show you here in a minute when I get there. You want to hit that switch I just hit. The reason why you want to hit it is for a back secret section we're going to go to later, near the end, when we're close to finishing up this level. But for now, let's leave this section, continue on through the facility here. Take out the lost souls, pinkies. Yeah, that's sound, jeez. Okay, so you have 2 doors. We want the left one. If you have not gotten that plasma rifle achievement, now's your chance. Now is a beautiful opportunity. When we step over into the dark section, this door opens, and you have like more than 5 easy enemies that the plasma rifle can knock out. 5 kills in 5 enemies in 5 seconds. You just had them all lined up right there. Beautiful opportunity for that achievement. If you haven't had it yet, now is the time if you couldn't find one before. So we're going to come back out around here. Now we're going to take the second door. We're going to go up. And we're going to have another option of 2 doors. As we come up, a wall did open up behind us, but nothing to be concerned about just yet. We will backtrack to it in a second. In this room is a room full of pistol zombies. Yes, they look like they're holding rifles. They probably are, but these guys are brain dead and somehow shooting these things like a pistol. They are not shooting anything that feels like a freaking rifle. Like an AR-15 or whatever. I mean, it does not feel anything like it. But from across here, hopefully you have enough rockets or plasma to take out that bear of hell from across that little pool. We're gonna be heading that way here in a second, but like I said, this wall opened up as we were going up, so I backtracked to go ahead and take care of those 2. I'm gonna save that toxin suit as kind of a backup reserve, just in case I need it for what's coming up ahead. Really, if anything. I like to make sure I have access to 2 toxin suits that is within close range. Not for this part, but for what comes after all this. So I'm going to make my way across that little toxin pool hall, up the steps into this room. It definitely is starting to look more and more like hell is taking over the Dynamo's base. Of course, the title of the episode, Shores of Hell. We're kind of entering into hell at the same time. It's like hell is coming to us and we're going to them. We're like crossing each other, I guess. The third mission is called Inferno, Fires of Hell, by definition. So I ran across into that blue room, but I also alerted 2 cockademons off to the side. So we got a bunch of pinkies and cockademons coming down this way. I ran to the far back here so I could have the wall to my back, because with the pinkies, I don't want them flanking me. I can save ammunition, and I can be chainsawing these guys down. Now, that cockademon, I prefer if he can get into an in-house fight with the pinkies, so they can weaken him a little bit. But you can still chainsaw him, but you have to have a good jump on him. If you notice, he's kind of getting some good hits on me. And I'm also trying to watch my flank with the pinkies there. But once they're down, you move on. And there is that blue armor if you need to grab it. That is the normal exit to this mission. But do not go in there. Do not go in there. Do not hit the switch in there. Do not hit the switch in there. Because we're going to the secret mission. We do not want to jump straight to the next. We don't want to go to mission 5 just yet. Or the mission after this. We don't want to go to that one yet. We want to go to the secret mission. So, I'm going to grab that biosuit now. And, normally I would go ahead and go to the next section. I should have saved that biosuit. So, if your health is good, pause right as you grab that biosuit and wait for me to get my health. If you haven't grabbed that biosuit and are in bad shape like I am, look around your area before grabbing that biosuit. Don't make the same mistake I just made. Because I just wasted a biosuit. But I needed health bad. I was sitting at 3%. I mean, this isn't doom if you don't allow yourself to get just a little doomed. But we're about to cross a larger toxin river pool section. You're gonna need a toxin. You're gonna want health and toxin pool. And once we cross this line, we're kind of on our own. I mean, we've always been on our own, but like we're kind of escaping the rest of society to this base. So when I come out here, we got a caged baron of hell here. And I didn't realize he died quicker than I anticipated. But I'm going to come out here, and this is the reason why I suggest save one of those biosuits. Because if you fall off the ledge or have any reason to have to come back here again, you want to have an extra biosuit to be able to make use of. So in my case, knowing that I just wasted a biosuit, realized I needed to get some health. I needed to really make this round count. I mean, you can come back, but look at all that toxin we had to cross just to get here. So, I'm coming around here. There is a series of armor items. A switch that we hit after we freed up our path to the secret exit. After that, we went through a route and hit a switch that I said while pulling out to you near the end of the mission. What it did, it raised the bridge here. And we had some stuff we needed to be able to cross to grab. So, after we grabbed everything, so we don't have to deal with that toxin pool yet, jump down, take the teleporter. You can grab some plasma ammo too on your way to it. So now, we're going to head towards our secret exit. We should be at 100%, except for just a few secrets that we don't have just yet, but that's because in order to get our those last couple of secrets, they're in the path of getting to our secret exit. Like, for example, this was a secret, this is a secret, and this is a secret. Hello? That was a big lag. Okay, so one more secret, right? Once I step in here and I hit the switch, that is the last secret. So, that's 100%. Now we have speedrun. And we're going to speedrun to the secret mission, which requires no need of keys and is actually relatively close to where we are compared to the other one. Compared to the other exit, this is actually, the secret mission is actually closer to us. All we have to do is run down the right path, up the right stairs from our starting point. Come up here, get the pinkies out of the way so we can hit that switch. Work your way out of here. Go up the steps, the new steps into the fireplace. Teleport into here. And jump into the teleport and down the hall to your secret exit switch. Now we will be doing 100% in the halls of the damned. But before we do, as I've done for each and every single one of my missions, I show y'all an example of Rage Room. What I call Rage Room. Rage Room is just a moment to be yourself. There's no points needed. There's no need for time crunch. But, you know, for speaking as someone who's in sober recovery, sometimes I have to have an outlet to just vent some steam off. My wife likes to go to birthday grunts on Halo, you know? Me, this is something I used to do as a kid before I ever had service work PTSD. And because, you know, I care about the people around me, I don't want to, you know, when I have my moments, I needed to let out some pent-up energy or just vent, whatever. These guys can take it. These guys don't land me in jail. They don't put me under the ground. And they allow me another day sober. Now, like I said, I used to do this as a kid before I had PTSD. So my reasoning then could be the same reason why you might consider this if you don't have any, you know, therapeutic reasons. Just some twisted entertainment of watching demons get brutalized. What I do in Rage Room is I go through and I go through the whole house of that mission room or that mission floor. I wake everybody up. I try not to kill anyone unnecessarily unless they're in my path until everyone is woken up. Once everybody is awake, I will go back to the start of the mission. And of course, by that point, everyone has shuffled around. They have half killed each other off from their in-house fighting. But by that point, when I go back to the beginning, I go through and I join in on their rage. I go into rage mode and I finish off whoever is left, wherever they are. It's not meant for a 100% completion on the items or the secrets or even the kills. You can even put this on nightmare mode and see if you can get yourself at a 1000% kill. Like I said, this is a screw around. This is nothing serious. This is just a moment to just be yourself and let loose. So now that I've been through the whole house and everyone is awake, well, I forgot one section. I forgot the lost souls up in that fireplace. The imps in the room prior to that, they're all awake because when I went through one of the rooms next door to them, the reason why I fired a blast was to alert those guys. They are sound alerted, they're not visual alerted. But I forgot about the fireplace. But once I'm back at the beginning, at the starting point of the mission, now I join in on the rage. Now that I have my plasma achievement, I'm kind of running around the plasma. But sometimes, since I'm a Texan, sometimes I'll pull out the chainsaw and have my own Texan chainsaw massacre with these guys. It's however you want to go at it. Now, I said, you know, you can do this either for your own personal entertaining reasons, or as a redirector, if you're someone like me in recovery. This may not be the healthiest of therapeutic approaches, but if you have a moment where you don't have access to your sponsor, or a counselor to talk to, or you know, or like an actual rage room in your local town or cities, wherever you're at. Some cities do facilitate what's called a rage room, where you can pay to go in, and they have a bunch of donated objects where you can go in and just let that anger out, you know? You're not letting it out on yourself, you're not letting it out on someone else, but you're letting it out. Sometimes for some people, a punch of bags is not enough. For me, you know, I'm a nerd. I do have military PTSD, but I'm also a nerd. These guys are my punching bags. But it may not be the healthiest of therapeutic reasons. That's why I also have a sponsor. But in moments where I can't get access to him, this is a direction I can go, you know? So, I mean, and I share these rage room concepts, again, whether it's for entertaining, for your own personal entertainment, like you might find this entertaining for yourself, or if you are someone who might need a redirector for your own sanity. Yeah, this may be slightly insane, but hey, it keeps you out of jail. It keeps you on this side of the ground. It keeps you with us. It keeps you with yourself and with your family. Sometimes these guys will play ring around a Rosie with me in this area. So I was kind of circling around. A little hide and seek moment. But once these guys are dead, we'll go through our exit. But I have one more little section to run through. Yeah, I didn't go through this room to wake him up, but I did wake him up when I made a blast from the room next door. But I did freak. Now these pinkies, they can't exit that door for one. That pinky came from another source. They literally are confined in that room. Now the lost souls, I could have woken up, and they'd be all over this room, flying out of that fireplace. But yeah, I totally forgot about these guys. In terms of waking them up, but that's okay. Now the next mission, the secret mission, is actually a very short mission, and it is ideal to go in there with decent health, as you know, good health as well as decent ammunition. But let's be fair, we did blow through a lot of ammunition in this mission, this current mission that we just got done with. So the secret mission, it is short, it is quick, but depending on how you enter it, it might feel like a bit of a pinch. But if you can navigate your way through it, you actually can come out with a little bit of help in terms of health and ammunition before you exit that mission, the secret mission. So, we'll get into that later in the next video. But this was Command Center, 100% on Ultra Violence difficulty, Speedrun, and then my personal concept of Rage Room. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comments, questions, suggestions down below, and thank you for following.